Good morning. I am making cinnamon rolls today for a family reunion, and I have to make a big batch for my big family, so I thought I'd show you what I do to make it. So here we go. We're gonna start out with some water. We've got 6 cups of hot water going, and I prefer my Bosch. We have 2 tablespoons of yeast, and I like the SAF instant yeast. Just as my favorite. It's worked for me for years. This is just my basic bread dough recipe, but I'm going to add an egg in it. We've got maybe 2 eggs, a little dough conditioner. We've got some oil. And then honey. Fresh raw honey. Yeah, I'm gonna use my finger. Don't tell. And then I melt some fresh eggs. Now I'm doing the eggs. I think we'll do 2 eggs today. I don't always put eggs in my bread, but I'm going to for the cinnamon rolls. Don't forget the mashed potatoes. I melted some freshly ground flour last night. I used some hard red, hard white, and spelt and Khorasan. So I've got a little bit of each of those in here, and then I'm going to use some white Khorasan flour for the rest of the recipe. But first, I've got some mashed potato flakes that I love, and they're going to just go in here. They just are mashed potato flakes. They'll soak in some water, and it'll just work out. We've got our freshly milled flour that we're just gonna dump in. I usually start with about 7 cups, so there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there's just a little bit left. You can see the colors. Can you see the colors? That dark one is either the hard red, probably the hard red. The light one is the Khorasan. The yellow one is the Khorasan. So good. It's gonna make it so good. Okay, now we need the salt. Don't forget the salt. It's a very important step. We've forgotten it before. Salt goes on top of the flour so it doesn't interact with the yeast, and then we're gonna double check. We've got the water, the yeast, the dough enhancer, and the salt. Those are all 2 tablespoons. We've got the oil and the honey, and the mashed potatoes and the eggs. We got it. Okay. Put the lid on so we don't make a mess. And here we go. And we're just gonna watch it mix. Okay, so we're feeding about 23 family members of this family reunion, and hopefully they all like cinnamon rolls. Alright, we're going to turn it down to add more flour. This is the Khorasan white all-purpose flour, because it's just going to make it so light and fluffy and so good. I just live with that bucket of Khorasan white all-purpose flour in my kitchen. We sit on it, we stand on it. We probably shouldn't, but we do. And we use it all the time. And it's starting to get worked in there, get a little bit thicker, so I'm going to turn up the speed. I need to just use my hand and tap against it so I don't make a big mess with the flour. And we're going to keep adding until it pulls away from the bowl. It's pulling away. I'm sure you can see that. Can you see that? Okay, we're just going to let it mix for a minute and then we'll check it. Okay, stop it and touch it. It's not sticking to my fingers at all, which I love. But we're still gonna knead it a little bit, and maybe just a touch more. Just a touch more flour. I like it, it's looking good. Still a little sticky, but not too bad. Okay, as that mixes, I'm gonna clean up so I have space to work with the cinnamon roll dough. I like how it's building right there. I like that a lot. We're getting some good gluten development. I like it. All right, we're gonna move things out of the way. And because we used our bosh, we don't need to let it rise first. We're just gonna roll it out and shape it and get it all ready for cinnamon rolls. Okay, so I'm cleaning this off so that I can get the center dough hook out. It's just part of the process. And it's heavy dough. Sometimes it's hard to lift that out. And I like to rescue all the dough that I can because then I don't have to clean it off later. Okay, so I don't make cinnamon rolls very often. I usually just make bread. So I don't usually make this big of a batch, but we're doing it. And I don't like sticky dough, so I like to spray my hands. And I just take it and work it out of the bowl, pulling it.